excuse me, I was interrupted. You just don't know what to do in that situation. But the rake in my body uh told me what to do, and it was to get in with the scooter. Um, and then I walked home. No, I didn't walk because it's another city, right? So I bussed home. I took a bus, right? And I hitchhiked. The hitchhikers, right? I'm the hitchhiker. They were the hitchhike picker uppers. Um, the hitchhike picker uppers, right? Yeah. So when I was hitchhiking, first of all, on the bus, people don't give a shit. So nobody batted an eye when I was covered in ashes and carrying a large duffel bag full of what was very obviously stolen goods. Um, no one batted an eye. Uh, but when I was hitchhiking, I had some trouble. There was a priest, and he was like, "My child," he was bald. "My child, I do you have any idea what you have?" And I was like, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I burned down a house and killed people in it. Then I went to a convenience store and killed the person in it. Then I killed a night cop, a night guard. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm. The so um and but so, and the hair to this the priest said, I'm in the passenger seat. He said, so this let me paint the picture for you. I'm in the passenger seat. His face is turned like this. I'm telling him all this, and his face is like this. He's driving, right? Driving, and suddenly he turns to me while driving, and is like, "You heretic!" Because he's a priest, right? And he, I don't even want to tell you what he does. Uh, but luckily the rake actually materializes in the nearby forest, jumps through the window, and eats his face. The rake eats the priest's face. Sorry, pronoun game. Sorry. Uh, the rake eats the priest's face. Um, and then the faceless priest, he's still writhing around like, "You heretics!" And so I have to like reach into his faceless like head and like wrestle his like brain sinus stuff. Like, ooh, 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 ooh. It's a very aggressive movement. I really get my like a bowling ball, or something, like you're grabbing like pumpkin guts, like ooh, 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 pumpkin guts, just like that. And the rake ate that. He eats it right up, and his white goo goes everywhere because he's so happy. Because he's the rake, he's white, right? So the rake has this like he has this pipe that comes out of his like hip, and it's like it's a white tube, right? It's fleshy white tube, and out of it comes his secretions, and it's addictive secretions, and they can come in any form of matter besides plasma. It goes. You can have there's liquid, addictive rake secretion. There's solid addictive rake secretion, and there's gas. So, and they're all delicious, and they're all scrumptious, and they're all like that. They make you want to do that shit. It's like uber cocaine. Not that I know. I don't. I wish I did. Cut that out. anyway, so I was going, stepped out onto the midway, and I was looking for the pirate ship, and I saw a small old white tent at one end, and it was, and so anyway, uh, the priest, the car ended up swerving into a tree as all this was happening. As that was happening, the car swerved into a tree. Um, that was what it was like. But the rake actually saved me. He wrapped his body around me like an airbag, even though the airbag also came, so it was very claustrophobic. But he wrapped his body around me in a very loving gesture, which I still appreciate. Which was a very surreal experience while his spirit was still inside my body, because he was also right there. So I was like, what the fuck? Ooh, it's like that Black Mirror episode where the guy is like, he puts the thing on while the person dies, and then he's like turned on by it. I'm not no, never mind that. Don't never mind. So uh, yeah, and that's the story of how I have the scar on my uh. I can't show you. So what's the moral of the story? There isn't one. There, you just gotta go. You just gotta run. You just gotta go, and you just gotta run. And you gotta, if a priest comes at you in a car while you're hitchhiking, and screams, "You heretic!" That means you have to, first you have to get the rake to eat his face off, and then you have to, go like a bowling ball to his face. Go. So, and that's what you gotta do. Um, but then there was another hitchhiker. Actually, I got back out, and this time I'm covered in blood. The priest's blood and the rake's, white stuff. Uh, and so the blue car, red car, it doesn't matter. The person that came up, it was a sweet old lady, and she knew ball. She didn't even question the blood, the soot, the duffel bag, or the rake in the backseat. Uh, it's there was a lot of miles for him to get back to our city. England is my city. So, I want to say that's that, but I feel like there's more to the story that I'm forgetting. There was like a salamander that was in my pocket the whole time, and it was like, what the fuck? And oh, right, I went into this store and I had like this rose water drink. Jesus Christ, man, that shit. I think there was like something in it because I was like, might have just been the rake secretions, but So the moral of the story is don't go into strange places at night, because I might be there. Um, Davis, Patricia. Um, but what you really want to do is collapse your desktop before you leave. Because if you leave it on, I'll infect your desktop, and I'll leave it open for other hackers to come in and steal your Bitcoin or your regular USD, because we will have access to your Visa. Okay, thanks. There's also some artwork on sale. Not it you have to, if it's uh heavier, if you want something heavier than like one CD, you're gonna have to pay for it. Sorry. I'd love to be anti-capitalist completely, but I'm poor. But if you do want any of my music or paintings or drawings, drawings would also be free to send because they're paper. Then hit me up in the RAKE below. And if you feel like joining my YouTube channel as a subscriber, if you feel like hitting subscribe, I think you should do that. And if you feel like you should like the video, I support you in that too. And all in all, I'm glad that we were able to come to these conclusions together, and I'm glad that we were able to mold the future together. And I hope you enjoyed my story about my time under the Rake's possession, where I burned down a house. There was oh yeah, there was another I forgot to mention there's like a homeless dude on the street, and he was like, "What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?" But he didn't move from where he was, standing. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. So yeah, that's about the story. That's the end of this. I have like a longer video ready, all edited, but it's not wanting to export. So just consider every video I've made since like viral upload 11 to be like one, like part of the um file, whatever I'm gonna call it, bridge to quiet, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Sayonara, cucks.